I did it. I built my restaurant, completely base game restaurant, and it was my first time using split level flooring or making split level flooring. I used a tutorial. I don't remember the username for the tutorial I used, but I will link them down below. I had a lot of difficulty with the split flooring. I couldn't, for the life of me, get some of the spots to flatten out. So there's like some spots inside the building that are like uneven, and I just used planter boxes to cover it up. It looks like it was meant to be there. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. So I wanted this restaurant to look like an old restaurant, like it's been there for like 30 years. Everyone in the town knows about it, and then they've slowly built onto it, and now it has this whole add-on section that is more modern and they can use for like private parties and more space. I wanted to have it like this huge open kitchen thing, which, by the way, because it is base game, I'm not sure that you can actually put it in the gallery as a restaurant. So I've put it in the gallery as just a bar, because in base game you can have a bar, but when you download it from the gallery, you can use it as a restaurant for your base game stuff. I actually took my time with the decorating in this one, and I did the kitchen flooring with, I pressed Alt F to get the triangle floor pieces so I can make this cool design with the tiles and make it look like it was an old kitchen, and then like newer stuff. At the end, I ended up changing the roofing. I had a lot of trouble with doing the roofing in this build, and I think it was just because, like, at first the center part that is a lower level, it wouldn't let me put a roof on top of it. And I have seen people do it and they just put another floor on top of the building and then they can put a roof on top of it, but it wouldn't let me do a glass roof to see through to the floor. So I had to just take the whole thing off and then put like the little fence, I forget what they're called, the little thin fence thing, so it looks like it's completely open to outside. Probably not realistic, but I think it looked cute anyway. And then also, my problem was, because I'm going with this whole add-on to the building, like it's an older building and then they added on to it later, I realized that the roofing had to match that. So at the very end, I changed the roofing completely so that the one side that has the add-on, it's that party room with the other bar in it. It's got the new roofing, but then they extended it over to the front of the restaurant. I don't know. Maybe that was a dumb idea, but I thought it looked okay. So it was like they had to redo the whole roof of that one side to make it work. I feel like that makes sense. It feels like an older, cozy restaurant, and they've like done some upgrades, but not completely. And then there's a whole backyard patio and seating outside, and I feel like you could download it and turn it into multiple things if you wanted. You could add like a wedding venue thingy there if you wanted, so your Sims could go and get married there, you know, stuff like that. Anyway, I think I mentioned everything I wanted to mention. Oh, besides like the outside brick. I don't normally make my buildings so dark, but I couldn't decide how I wanted it to look, so I had Wesley decide for me. He said it should have dark brick, and then I just couldn't decide which brick, and then it took me forever. And oh, and also there's a hostess station that I have never seen before. I think that's what it was called, and I put it in the front by the door of the restaurant, where and I made it look like a hostess station. There's actually CDs sitting on top of it. It looks kind of silly, but it's actually like a little hostess station. That's cute. I didn't even know they had them in base game. Lots of little things like that. Also, because the bar that's in the kitchen doesn't actually work, and it's listed in the gallery as a bar, you have to have bar stools. So some of the tables, they don't have like bar stool tables, you know, like the really tall tables. They don't have any of those. At least I don't think. At least not in base game. So I just put some tables with bar stools around them to make it look more like pub-ish, I guess. But the bar stools aren't actually at the bar. And I made longer tables with those little square tables. Anyway, I think I talked about everything I needed to talk about. Up next, I am going to build an apartment complex in base game only stuff. There's another tutorial I watched from someone else about how to make garage doors, and it made me think of my old apartment complex with garages, and then the apartments are on the top. So I'm gonna build an apartment complex. I started practicing the other day and I really like it, so I had to stop and I was like, no, I gotta film this. So yeah, up next I'm building an apartment complex, and I wanna build one that's like an older style apartment, and then I wanna build a more modern one. And then I'm gonna try to build a shopping mall. I don't know if I wanna do the shopping mall base game, just because there's not that much stuff, but I could use debug items for that. I don't know, maybe I'll do both. I'll do a base game shopping mall, and then I'll do all the packs that I don't have all of the packs, but I'll build them all with the packs that I do have. And yeah. And then, like I keep talking about a spa, it's daunting. I want to build the spa, but I don't know how to do it. I haven't even looked at any of the debug items to see if there's anything I can use, but I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen. But after the apartment and possibly after the shopping mall. We shall see. Let me know if you're enjoying these base game builds. I feel like I haven't played with any of my pack items in a long time. It feels weird, but it also feels kind of good to go back to just base game stuff. Because it's what I knew only before, until like randomly decided to spend a whole bunch of money on The Sims, because they overcharge and we're willing to buy it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy this speed build. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye! Also, really quick at the end of the video here, I just wanted to mention that this is not my main channel, and if you are interested in seeing some other stuff that's not games, I will have my main channel linked down below. The last video I did was me dyeing my hair. So, yeah, I just wanted to put that out here because I'm a professional and I'm gonna let you know all my links and stuff.